let's dive back into this. The T3 keyway boss is 200% larger than the 4ACs and the 4AGEs. So you have to cut the lower hole bigger so it'll pass through. And if you want to, you can go back to the beginning of the video and pause it and see what I'm talking about. So I'm just putting the lower cover back on, and I'm going to put the other upper cover back on as well with a small change. The two ears that stick out for reservation so you can bolt it to the 4AC valve cover is now gone because I have a 3AC valve cover. Decided to clean it up a little bit. So I put the cover back on. On a side note, the 4AC pulley is a hell of a lot heavier than the T3 pulley. I weighed it on a bathroom scale, weighed about 5 pounds. It's not exactly rocket science. But on a bigger side note, the notch on the T3 pulley and the notch on the 4AC pulley line up perfectly. So you can still do timing. Now I'm going to put it on the T3 crank pulley, and I stick a new crank pulley bolt in and just have the gun slowly go on to pull it onto the snout of the crank. Then I pull the crank pulley bolt back out, lube it up with some oil, and then fully tighten it down with the gun. Now we hit problem number 1. As I'm putting the water pump pulley on, I didn't take into account that water pump pulley is in fact 18% underdriven. So it's 18% larger, and it's actually coming in contact with the upper timing cover. So I mark it with an awl and then pull off the pulley and then cut that section out. And now we're ready to put the pulley on. I use brand new nuts, and I also use washers to ensure that it stays on. Plus the holes in the pulley are slotted. But we're probably dealing with about 1 to 2 millimeters of open space there between the pulley and the upper cover. I prep the side of the block by spraying it down with some alcohol and then blowing it all off. Let's put the 4AGE alternator bracket on. Now it goes in the exact same spot as if that area was occupied by a 4AC power steering pump bracket. It utilizes the exact same holes and the stud for that goes to the motor mount. So in a sense that if you remove your power steering pump, save those bolts. Of course, I chose to put new bolts in. Up tightening, added the second bracket. Now it's time to put that alternator in. Now it was a little hard getting the lower part of the alternator in to where the clevis is, because the previous owner who had that bracket painted it. But after I just started to get it in, I was able to slide the big bolt through the bottom, and that was enough to center it to slide it all the way through. And then put the top bolt on, and that's it. See you in part 3.